Peace, peace, black family. This your man Al Jihad the God, Black Power, Crip Life. Those who know me know this. Man, I'm back with my brother Mikhail, man, from the Nation of Islam. He was teaching us last time about it, how to eat to live, man. And so I had to bring my brother back, man, because I wanted him to get more in depth with the white navy bean, man. Because if you look at it, man, when I was in the ranks, man, we had bean chips, we had bean pie, we had
Come
bean
on.
soup. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
uh, I really want to get more in depth on why the white navy bean is so important. Yeah, I mean to the
right,
human body, man. So
right, right.
for the ones who wasn't here last time, brother Mikhail, could you please give the people a little bit of background about yourself, dear brother?
Okay, so yes, as the brother, yes, sir, as the brother said that I'm in the Nation of Islam, and truthfully, religion is just a practice. So I'm gonna just put it like that. So that means when we claiming something, you know what I'm saying, you want to be practicing it. And truthfully, that's how you can be a reflection of what you're learning or what you're into is by consistent practice. Just like just somebody like a weight, somebody that's into weights, you know what I'm saying? You can tell based on them practicing it. So a constant, as you want to say, you've made that your regimen. So and then in the Nation of Islam, we're taught about how to eat to live. These two books right here, I just want to mention. So and you can go to the store, you can go to storefinalcall.com to get your copy right here. So this is the references are this is where the basis of where I learned it from and where you learned it from. So as you're talking about the white navy beans, okay, and we're gonna get more into that too. But first I want to give a little basic thing of the best foods that he mentioned in there, which will be along with the which I'm gonna go get into, but it's gonna be along with the white navy bean. But it's also pure milk. It's also whole wheat, and it's also cauliflower, and like pure butter, also pure butter. And then we got basically all fruits that you can eat, just put it like that. So
Yeah,
even some of the grafted fruits like grapefruits and stuff, they're still good, you can eat, because that's mixed with like an orange and a lemon, you know what I'm saying? But he mentions in there even just like all fruit. So but as far as like the navy beans is if you know, which is it's also gets into on the back of the one of the books, is book one and book two, and it talks about Daniel and Methuselah, or no, Daniel and Pharaoh, I believe it is. Well, where it says Daniel had his men, and they had a regimen, as you want to say, an eating regimen that was assigned by them from God. Okay, and then you had I believe it was Pharaoh and his men. What they would say the meat, they would eat the meat of Pharaoh. Okay, the Pharaoh and his men would eat the meat of that, and then you would say, then it was like, which they called it, I guess you want to say, pretty much the eating regimen of Daniel and his men. And what was in there, they talked about pulse back then, but as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad saying, that's the bean. So that's the navy bean. So it really has a long history. You know what I mean? It goes back, and uh we just may be finding out about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like hidden knowledge. Just put it like that. It's been here for a long time. So, uh, but so I want to say about the navy bean. If you go back, that's what Daniel and his men ate, and they had competitions between Daniel and his men and Pharaoh and his men. So,
yes, sir.
and then, Daniel and his men won based on the competition. So I believe that's physical and also spiritual at the same, for every physical law, there's a spiritual law. So,
Yes, sir.
so let's go to the navy bean real quick. So the beans, if you look at them, they're superfood, as we like to call them, and they have disease fighting compounds that help our bodies naturally fight the signs of aging. And here's what they say it's boosting our immune system. But as I was corrected recently by one of our brothers that's on there, Eat to Live, Brother Sean Ali, it's not like building your immune system. It's letting your immune system do what the capability that it has to do. So what we do is we block it, we mess it up. It's not because we don't eat like we're supposed to eat. How, as you want to say, God, the creator, you know, made this body to eat, just like you got a Mercedes, right? You don't put cheap gas in it, you don't put cheap oil in it, you know what I'm saying? But that's how our body's supposed to be. So, and that's one thing to where somebody can, because you know, a lot of times we'll argue and say, well, how do you know what the truth is? Well, all you got to do is apply that thing that you're claiming to be the truth and see what the benefits are to that, to you and to the rest of the community. So all you got to do is, first of all, we know based on what's going on in especially America got the worst diet, but especially like black people. So a lot of that was on purpose. You know, you can trace that back to the slave master, how he was feeding us, right? And he still got us in our brain to eat like how he was giving us worse food than the animals. So but all you got to do is look at our condition. We at least have to admit that we ain't doing something right. You know,
Yeah,
we barely making 60. So
yeah.
why not at least try something different? And some of these things make common sense. Like for instance, uh, say the navy bean instead of the meat. Replace that for the meat. Well, here's one thing, because I already know our concept is I need meat for protein. Okay, well, navy beans got 1 cup of navy beans got 15 grams of protein in it.
Okay,
Okay,
now,
so
now I
go
did
ahead.
read in the How to Eat to Live,
Right,
for us, when it says when talks about the meat, it said eat the best of it, like for us lamb, because it's not as bad on our digestive system.
right,
Lamb and whitening fish.
right. I'm glad you brought that up. So there's things in the book saying that you can do now, but it also says in there. See, the way he was teaching us, he was trying to feed us milk, so he didn't come like straight like as you want to say. He still would let you, yeah, you could do this, but it's best to be a vegetarian. He also says in there. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to get us off the stage we were at. We were savagery in our eating, which a lot of us are still now. So there's certain things that, if he said, if you're gonna eat meat, eat this. This is the best one. Okay. And also even the fish is better than the lamb animals. So the fish comes from a different atmosphere. So and even when he said do that, he even gave you the best ones to eat. So don't eat the savagery of the sea. Like
Shrimp,
like what?
crab, and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, 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 yeah. They pretty much like the roaches of the sea. So that's what he also says. But of course, like you said, if you're gonna eat meat, eat the best. So absolutely. So but like I mean, we can just go on to the cow. The way they there's even in Islam they teach us even if you're gonna eat it, how to murder it, in a righteous manner. You know what I'm saying? But what do we do as savages? We we let it know it's about to die, so it's stressing already. So then the way we murder it is like, you know, murder, like we're literally murdering it. It's not, you're not, you know what I'm saying? So that stress, and then when we eat it, that stress goes into us and sticks in our mind.
Okay, now we
So,
have a sister on there. Shout out to Sister Sylvia Love Jones. She
right.
said most beans provide protein. What you think about that comment?
Yeah, they may do, but but do some research on the navy bean. The navy bean has the right amount of protein, starch, and fat in it. And here's the thing also with the navy bean, it has a anti-aging property in it.
Mm. Okay,
So
break that down,
so
brother.
right. That yeah, that part I can't tell you like the exact, what the exactly what it is in there. That I just know that aspect, that you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir.
just put it, yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you like further deeper than that, but I could just tell you that though. I do know that, you know what I'm saying? So
Now I did hear like for like certain things like they said if I remember reading this in How to Eat to Live, it was talking
right,
about for like the pinto bean is kind of like harsh on your digestive system. Uh,
right,
I
yeah,
think it was the pinto bean. The messenger also says try to stay away from like well black eyed peas. Would that be a bean or
right. Well, let me go back to that anti-aging you said.
okay?
Okay, I can tell you this though, from application of eating the navy bean, you can look at it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? My brothers and I, we make that our staple food.
Yeah.
So a combination with navy beans, no meat, and constantly fasting. I'll be 47. I'm the youngest in October. So that's where I can break down that navy bean. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of this I just applied it. So let me just say that. I can tell you that right off the bat. You can look at me. And I make the navy bean my staple food. And I have been since I'll be 47, and I've been doing this since I was 22. So
Right.
I will say that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. So but you said about the bean. Okay, so like the lima beans is hard on our stomach. You know what I'm saying? The pinto beans, the yeah, he called them I think we called like the lima beans like belly busters. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Mm-hmm.
they're hot. You know what I'm saying? So you can the navy bean is like, you know that's what I was trying to say. Once they complement, and they have what they help turn on features in our body, in our mind, in our body. So like I said, because some people will say, well, you can debate this, or yeah, well, that's where application comes involved.
Mm.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's a double proof of that, is application, and consistent application. You know what I'm saying? So the first theory was people say you need meat. I ain't ate meat since I was 22. And they'll say you need protein. Well, I say that my brothers and I, we don't eat more than we eat. And I'm saying that we all can work all day long and outwork somebody that's eating meat. I'll
Yeah.
say, first of all, it's always all praise and due to Allah. But I'll say I just came off a 7-day fast, and I was still working. It didn't slow me down. In fact, I had more energy. So that theory that you need food is a theory. So her theory
Mm.
is just a theory until proven in the practice. So I will
Mm.
say that. I'll say in my hometown, Seattle, we're known to hit the block consistently for years. I'll say I did a 17-hour shift and didn't pop nothing in my mouth. So
Facts. All
again,
right.
a theory is just a theory until proven in the practice. And we only eat, and our main staple food is navy beans, and that's if we eat at all that day. You know what I mean? So again, this theory that you need, whatever it may be, meat for protein. First of all, look up meat. Look at the benefits of it. Does it say it's gonna make you uh uh? Does it say has 8 anti-aging properties in it? And most of the time, when we say something, oh, we need this, we need that, then you know, sometimes it's our desire that wants to eat it. I mean, but look, that's just like saying, oh, well, meat has some health benefits, but all you do is go to Taco Bell. Now you know Taco Bell ain't no real meat. So
No, it's not.
again, is the facts based on, or claiming to be facts, is that based on your desire? You see what I'm saying? So, we have and so a lot of times our desire is coming into play of us claiming it for it to be facts. But I can tell you facts now. The facts is haven't ate. I know me and my family haven't ate for eons of years. We haven't ate meat, so that's a fact now. I know that it's a fact that you don't eat meat, you don't need meat. So what's their fact? Claiming to be have you tried to be a vegetarian to prove that have you tried to be a vegetarian to prove that what you're saying is a fact? I did both. We did both. We ate meat. Now we don't eat meat. We ate 5 times a day or 3 times a day. Now we don't. So we could. I know I'm coming. We're coming from both sides. Where's their proof? Have you experimented, or you just speaking out of desire, or maybe what you read, and then when you read it, have you proved it?
Okay, let me still it's still most on the same thing, but now uh I had studied a little bit of Dr. Sebi, and
Okay.
Dr. Sebi said about far as because he's basically in alignment when it comes to speaking on far as getting away from the meat, but
Mm-hmm.
also I know in the rankings of the nation, y'all
Mm-hmm.
speak highly of raw milk.
Right.
And we have a lot of people, you know what I mean, that's saying that milk is like pus, that humans are not fit to eat drink, cow's milk. You know,
Right.
what's the difference? What's your opinion on that? As far as the drinking of
Right.
raw milk, which is
Right.
supposed to be the best milk, and not
Right.
drinking milk at all.
Okay. So here's a couple things. First, I want to mention, Dr. Sebi mentioned the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So was it, I'm trying to remember, was he a follower, or I do know he mentioned him, and I just want to mention that number one.
Yeah,
So you know what I'm
that's
saying.
true.
Let's get to that. Let's get to that. So
He actually said that's what woke him up to the whole to the eating to live. It was the
right,
most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
right, and truthfully, he's woke up a lot of people. Some of us just don't admit it. The world
Oh,
just don't admit
absolutely,
it. So
absolutely.
let me just put it like that. Okay, so and yes, in How to Eat to Live, it mentions pure milk. Absolutely. Now, not, and here's the thing. Just focused on this. Ain't it pretty hard to find some pure milk, or as you want to say, raw milk? Isn't it pretty hard? They got rules against it. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
hard.
But you can get that processed milk all day long,
Yeah,
anywhere. And here's one thing that there were studies done of the processed milk and the so they fed cats processed milk, and it started taking away their ability to defend themselves. It even their natural abilities, and I believe it was the natural cat abilities and stuff. It
yeah.
slowed that down. It slowed that down, and also it gave it tendency to go towards homosexual acts. So I just want
Wow.
to say that. I just want to say that now before I get it into the raw milk is yes, we mentioned pure milk. Okay, so and I will say this. Let me pour it out to the Muslims and the Christians. I just find this very interesting. So we'll start with the Christians. Okay, uh, here's basically Genesis 18:8, and he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed and set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. Here goes Exodus 3:8, and to bring them, I'm gonna say it again, and to bring them out of that land unto a good land flowing with milk and honey. Also, you can go to it's talking about a reward of land of milk and honey. Exodus 3:17, Exodus 13:5, Exodus 23:19, Exodus 33:3, Exodus 34:26, Leviticus 20:24, Deuteronomy 6:3, Deuteronomy 11:9, Deuteronomy 27:3, Judges 4:19, and he said unto her, give me, I pray thee, a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. And she opened a bottle of milk and gave him drink and covered him. that's kind of interesting to me that milk is mentioned spiritually in the Bible. Now let's go to the Holy Quran right here, just a couple. Uh, Surah 1666, the B. And surely there's a lesson for you in the cattle we give to you, drink what is in their bellies from betwixt the feces and the blood, pure milk, agreeable to the drinkers. Here goes Surah 23:21, labeled the believers. And surely there is a lesson for you in the cattle. We make you to drink of what is in their bellies, and you have in them many advantages of them you eat. And so there's just a couple. I just find that interesting. The Holy Quran and the Bible mentions milk, as you want to say, for agreeable to drink and a spiritual aspect too. So, but first, here's just a little bit about the milk. Now, again, we can't focus on processed milk. We're
Yeah.
focusing on the pure milk. So the pure milk has what they call alpha interferon, beta interferon, and gamma interferon. So let's start with the alpha. So first of all, the basics of the alpha is used to treat AIDS-related tumor, also genital warts, also hepatitis B and C, lymph node cancer, skin cancer, and blood cell cancer. That's alpha interferon, which is in the pure milk. Also, beta interferon is where we got here, increases inflammation and preventing nerve damage, and even helps with multiple sclerosis. And then we got gamma interferon, activates anti-cancer immunity. We can stop. That's all I have. We can just marinate on that from the milk now, pure milk now. And like I said, I already pointed out the scripture verses, the Holy Quran, agreeable to the drinker. But we can do some of our own research, you know what I'm saying, on that more too, especially on
Yes,
that.
sir.
Just, those are just three in the milk by itself, bro. Just the alpha interferon, the beta interferon, the gamma interferon. What it said that it helps with, that's powerful right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to say that about the milk. So, but truthfully, I believe they got us on this. I'll just be honest with you. Sometimes they got us going in circles. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they
Why you
got
say
us.
that?
Well, I'm gonna just put it like this. I believe, you know, meaning like sometimes we're still like conditioned to where we accept the truth from. You see what I'm saying? We're still conditioned on that. So sometimes they got us thinking that we're thinking deep, but really the answer is underneath us. You know what I'm saying? Or they got us debating, or like who came up with that theory? Because who came up? I believe you have to search a lot of the times. I'm talking beyond Sebi. I'm talking about beyond him. But a lot of times that's not people's sources. Their sources is what they hear in the media, or you know what I'm saying. So and then you haven't tried it. You haven't tried it. You know what I'm saying. So that's where I believe a lot of the times they got us kind of arguing and debating to where it don't necessarily need to be done. I'll just put it like that. That's just my opinion. So you asked my opinion.
Have you ever heard of it's a brother I'll be checking out. I think his brother named Brother Yaki. Uh he speaks of being a fruitarian, for eating
Okay.
nothing but fruit.
Yeah.
And he said water got H2O, but I believe that the fruit water got a H3O or something like that. Uh, have you ever heard of that before? As being a fruitarian, just eating nothing but fruit.
Nah, I ain't heard about that. And you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean,
I was
yeah,
actually looking at the brother. I mean, the way he was breaking it down, though, it kind of made sense, though. You know what I mean? Because he was talking about for like back before we became how you say carnivores,
fruitarian.
basically.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
He said that most things we ate from the fruits and the trees, the fruit off the trees and stuff like that. And
Right.
he said he was saying that it was best for us to become fruitarians. You know what I mean? Now he did also say vegetables also, but he's saying like for as mostly just fruit and just basically just fruit water and juice and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I ain't never heard of that. I mean, it don't surprise me that somebody does it, but I ain't never
Yeah,
heard about it. And my source is how to eat to live. Just keep it real. I've been successful on that. Not no. Let me no super successful. You feel me?
yeah,
So that's as far as being that you know I ain't really heard about that. That's never something I would try to do. And I'm not trying to down it. You just asked me what I thought about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah. I totally understand.
yeah,
I just wanted to get your thoughts on that because I was looking at it. You know what I mean? It was kind of interesting that he had said that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I just better than eating meat.
Yeah,
you know. And I believe in a search. He may be sincere. You know what I'm saying? So if that's better than not eating meat. I just put
yeah,
it like that. So uh, my thing is, I believe it like this, bro. If you start somewhere and you keep searching, the answer is gonna come to you.
yes, sir.
Now, I believe you. If you keep searching, it's gonna come right back. You're gonna come right back around to here. You feel me? Not just me. You'll find out what you'll find it out. Now the question is, are you searching? And then when this comes up in your face, uh, are you resistant? Or are you open to it just like you're open to everything else? You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
So
Feel
that
you.
that's
Yeah,
that
yes, sir.
that that's the key thing. But I mean, uh, I praise whoever it is, man. That I feel you're
Mm.
searching, you're trying to eat better, and you're trying to do better. You know what I'm saying? So I just put it like that. So
Now,
uh,
uh, uh, you was also speaking on fasting,
yeah,
like give us a breakdown for us on like when you say fast, do you how many days do you go? Like you know what I mean when you
okay.
do your fasting and how exactly does one fast?
Okay, so now I can jump to that, or I got the other few other best top foods. It's up to you. I can answer your question and go back to this. It's either way, however you
Oh
want me to
no,
do it.
go ahead and finish
Yeah,
out
yeah.
with the top food, sir.
But I got you lined up for that too. I got the fasting part ready. Okay, so here's another food the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the best foods is cauliflower. So let me give you a little let me give you another a little information on cauliflower. So cauliflower is considered a superfood because its nutrient rich content, it's high in fiber and vitamin B and C. Also contains high concentrations of antioxidants and glucosinates. It contains compounds that inhibit. Hold up, check this out now. It contains compounds that inhibit cancer growth and promote the death of cancer cells while sparing healthy cells.
And this cauliflower.
Bro, this is cauliflower. No, this ain't radiation. This is cauliflower. The difference
Mm,
between radiation is it affects both cells. This one, good and bad.
mm.
Cauliflower does not. Okay. So here's a little thing about that. It says a French research team in 2014 reported an anti-cancer vegetable compound called pt2. The National Cancer Institute shows pt2 is found in cruciferous vegetables, including cauliflower. So those researchers confirmed pt2 and the popular chemotherapy drug cisplatin make a powerful cancer fighting pair. So the compounds in cauliflower protect cells from DNA damage, produce anti-inflammatory effects, induce cell death. That's all. That's a mouthful for cauliflower. And
Yeah,
again, I didn't learn about that till right this book right here. I want to make sure everybody knows this the source.
that's
You
right.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
No games here, man. What we got here? Okay. Also, another food he said garlic. Eat as much as garlic. He said it purifies the blood. Garlic and onions. So we're gonna start with garlic. Garlic contains antioxidants that may help prevent disease. That just when you hear the words may, because this is Google, when you hear the words may, and then you hear that it was assigned by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, just go ahead and replace that word may with it does. Because that's just they're just saying may, just try to replace that word with does. Most likely, I'm gonna put it like that. So garlic contains antioxidants that may prevent disease and dementia. Dementia is a heavy thing out here. You know what I'm saying? Think
Yeah, for
about that.
real.
Garlic,
Especially
something
with black
simple,
men.
man. Garlic, simple. So anti, let's say anti, let's see, oxidative. So oxidative damage from free radicals contributes to the aging process. Garlic contains antioxidants that support the body's protective mechanism against antioxidant damage. It's again, they say garlic may help you live longer. Garlic was one of the earliest performance enhancing substances. So you ever hear the sports enhancers? You ever hear them? You ever hear them like in game and they call what they shooting them up with sports enhancers.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
this,
yeah. Kind of
yeah,
like the steroid type shit.
yeah, but this is garlic, which used as a natural one back in the day. So it was traditionally used in ancient cultures to reduce fatigue and enhance the work capacity of laborers. Again, garlic.
Mm.
Most notable, it was given to Olympic athletes in Greece.
Hmm.
Where we one more time, where we talking about garlic. So let's yeah. So here go onions. Onions contain antioxidants and compounds that fight inflammation, decrease uh, triglycerides, and reduce cholesterol levels, all which may lower heart disease risk. Again, may. The potent anti-inflammatory properties may also help reduce high blood pressure and protect against blood clots. Garlic contains compounds with potent medicinal properties, low in calories, and rich in vitamin C, vitamin B, C, and magnesium. It also contains trace amounts of various other nutrients. Garlic also combats sickness, including the common cold. The active compound in garlic can reduce blood pressure. Garlic improves cholesterol levels, which lower the risk of heart disease. Now, whole wheat, he mentions whole wheat, not white wheat, whole wheat.
What's the difference?
White, it comes from whole. It's grafted out of whole wheat.
So, okay,
So
okay. So you basically talking about like white bread and wheat bread, right?
whole wheat bread, absolutely. And here go the thing. So whole wheat is healthier than white or refined grain. This is what they're telling you. Because a whole wheat bread is made from flour that contains the eternal, it, it contains the entire wheat kernel. So including the bran and germ. It's here that the wheat packs the most nutrients such as fiber, B vitamins, iron, folate, potassium, and magnesium. Leaving the wheat kernel intact makes it for a less processed, more nutritious bread, what you were asking. So whole wheat is loaded with complex carbohydrates, the kind that keep you fuller longer. So it's even making you fuller. Fiber is a critical nutrient for digestive health, not just to help you go to the bathroom, but regularly, and it proves the way for a healthy gut bacteria. Reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes. This is all whole wheat does that. So that's on the best foods. Now I got I'm gonna get on the fasting like you asked.
Yes, sir.
So so first of all, Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us of one meal a day, and with the right foods, which I just talked about. And then if you eat one meal a day, you should fast for 3 days out the month. So here all this is going to be tied in there. That's the beginning. Then he goes into once every other day, once every 3 days, and he even hints at that you can eat once every 7 days. So, but all that's going to be tied in the fasting part with the right foods, 1 meal a day. So I know in the, as you want to say, the mainstream, they're talking about the OMAD diet and they're talking about intermediate fasting.
Yeah.
So now here's their version would be a little bit different. But again, he was talking about this in the 30s. So these books are copyrighted, I believe, what, 67, early 70. Let me see. Yeah, but he was teaching it. Yeah, okay, right here. Copyright 1972. But he was teaching it before that. So and now it's a fad. OMAD. Come on, man. They call it OMAD, which stands for 1 meal a day. They call it OMAD. Theirs is a little bit different. First of all, again, I don't knock the people that are making a sincere effort and they're trying that.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing is, you should be able to recognize the source when the source is revealed to you. Number one, but I know they put it in the mainstream. Those that are in charge of making it popular, but they discredit him. You know what I'm saying? So that's their motive. But I don't knock the people that are trying to follow that and eat healthier. I'm
Absolutely.
not knocking that, but I just want to say the little bit difference is like OMAD, they can pretty much just say example, they can eat it like 10 at night and then 10 in the morning, considered OMAD. When he talks about 1 meal a day, he mentions 24 hours in between you're eating and you keep the same time. That's the difference. And
And
there's some
if I'm not
science.
mistaken, it says the best times is like between
Four and
5 and 6,
six,
something like that, right?
before 4 and 6, and that has to do with the science of the digesting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? And you know, you're gonna be up longer. You got time to digest. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your sleep. I believe it has something to do with the moon too. How it's affected. You know what I'm saying? We're in sync with the universe. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that, you know what I mean? So it's all that to that level. So here's right here. So here's a little breakdown of right here. So after fasting, just start out with two. Not that he says do 12 hours. I'm giving you the benefits after 12 hours of not eating. We're going to start right there. We're going to go further down. So after 12 hours, the anti-aging hormone and growth hormone starts to kick in. It's the hormone involved with healing joints, and it makes new proteins such as starts at 12 hours and increases as you go on. That's the basic right there, starting at 12 hours. Now, nothing in between. I'm going to put it like that. After 24 hours, glucose level in your liver starts to get cleaned up. That's after 24 hours. Ketones then starts to become your fuel, which is more of a super fuel than glucose. At 20, this is happening at 24 hours. Ketones is an appetite suppression, so your hunger craving goes away at 24 hours. So when people say, oh, I can't do that. I can't go 24 hours without eating. Well, that's you saying it with your mouth, but your body gives you the ability to do it. You didn't hear that, bro. Your body gives you the ability to do it.
Hey, and I
Because
always wonder, like, you know, when children, I remember back in the day when I used to get sick or whatnot. You know what I mean? A lot of my elders, you know, of course, they didn't read how to eat to live and stuff like that. So they used to be like uh 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 like when a prenatal person was sick and you really didn't want to eat, they kind of like force it on you for some reason, man. You know what I mean?
come
And
on,
now that I'm older, it's like, you know, because like even with my children, which is not a lot, you know what I mean? When they come down with like a little cold or something like that, and they don't feel like eating, I don't never just force them to eat because
Come on,
of my
brother. That's
understanding
right.
that like when you lay off the food, because 87% of your immune system is in your stomach. You know,
Right. That's right.
I never understood that. You know what I mean? Now growing up as a grown man, how they like when the person be sick and ain't ate for like a day and a half. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that that's the body telling you that I don't want you to put none on me. You know,
Man,
I don't know if I'm right about that, but you know, that's what
no,
I
you're right.
personally think, though.
No, you're right, because that's one of the reasons the Honorable Elijah Muhammad assigned to us 1 meal a day and beyond, because you're given time. All foods have poison in it, so the longer intervals between your eating, you're given the food longer for the poisons to break out of your system. You feel me? And you're letting the body do what it needs to do to digest that food properly. But if you keep stack, bruh, that's just like if you have let's say your garbage disposal, right? So
Yeah,
let's say you put food in there, but you don't run the garbage disposal. Then you put so let's say you eat breakfast and you put the leftover food in the sink, and then you eat lunch, you put the leftover food in the sink, and then you eat dinner and leftover food in the sink, and you never run the garbage disposal, and you do that for years. First of all, what kind of bacteria is going to grow in your sink, and what kind of critters are you going to have in your sink? Well, that happens in our stomach. So that's why you need the long intervals to, first of all, it's breaking down the good proteins supposedly that we should have ate, and letting them spread around the body where it needs to go. And then at the same time, it's flushing out the poison. So it has time to break down. You feel me? Then think about it, brother. Let's just say because your mind controls the rest of this, right? The digestive everything. So if your mind only had to do that, break that, because it has to control this. And if the digestive system and your mind only had to work one time throughout the day, then it has the rest of the day to work on something else,
yeah,
which is our abilities that we have mentally and physically. We could do it. Now it has time to work on something else, brother. Now it has time to enhance your senses. You feel me? So here's the thing: fast, don't eat, go a long time without eating, bro. You could go in the store and smell damn near better than a hound dog because your senses are enhanced. You feel me?
yeah,
But if you're eating constantly, it's not, you're diluting the capability of your mind and your body. Let's just put it like that. But uh, so that's okay. So let's see. Research shows that fasting significantly boosts NAD levels, and you don't spend. Okay, let's see. America's worst among in industrialized nations for health, while spending the most on healthcare. Now, like you said, here's an example. When you said the parents used to tell you to eat, right? Now you say you don't force that on your children. Well, if you're about to go get surgery, what do they tell you? They tell
not
you
to
to
eat.
please don't. Yeah, for a certain amount of hours, right?
Yeah,
Now, what if you would have constantly been doing that? You probably wouldn't have, no, not probably. You wouldn't have had to do the surgery if you was fasting. But they wait till the surgery. Oh, don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? We need your system clear so we can do the surgery. Well, look, you can do that where you can give yourself a natural cleansing. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be doing that cleansing smoothies and all that. No, don't eat. That's the natural. That's the best way. Because not that it's a building your immune system, but you're allowing it to work. When we give it all these bad foods and constantly eating, we're not allowing it to do its work. So, uh, also fasting sparks a cascade of hormones that stimulate apophagy, with is uh, apophagy, I believe, is the natural conserved degradation of the cell that removes unnecessary of dysfunctional components through a lysomen dependent regulated mechanism. It allows the orderly the degradation and recycling of cellular components. So that's what fasting does. All this. It didn't say food does that. Fasting does that. It didn't
And
say.
also, wouldn't you
Go ahead.
say that fasting will probably kill off a lot of those parasites that's in your colon and stuff like
Oh,
that?
absolutely, absolutely. Uh, let's see. So here goes about the previous meals we're talking about. Like people telling you to eat. That fasting, it cleans the impurities out of the blood and causes the body to eliminate the poison stored in it from previous meals, sometimes from previous meals of many years, as the folds in our intestines can carry particles of food for a long time and hold strength enough in them to keep us alive for 2 months. So it's telling you that's what fasting. But that's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. Fasting, kills the poison. So right here, here's from How to Eat to Live. Fasting is one of the greatest doctors we have. Fasting is prescribed for us in the Holy Quran and in the Bible. The Bible doesn't teach us as much as how good fasting is health wise as the Holy Quran. The Bible teaches on fasting as mostly spiritual purposes. On one occasion, we find where Moses fasted for the cure of his sister, Miriam, who had contracted leprosy because of speaking carelessly of Moses. So, fasting, again, fasting is in the Holy Quran and the Bible. So, every physical law is a spiritual law. So, it does something physically to us too. So, yes, fasting is for spiritual reasons, but there's health benefits to that too. Put it like that. So
Yes,
also
sir.
we're taught fasting is to guard you against evil. That's what we're taught in the Holy Quran. So, and I believe that's on many different levels. And as we're taught in How to Eat to Live, fasting clears the thinking. Now, I believe that's one aspect. It'll clear your thinking to be able to catch what's going on around you, to be able to help you guard against evil. Not only that, fasting will help you not want to do evil. Another thing they said about Jesus was he was always fasting. It made him think of other people. Your mindset is just different on fasting. You know what I'm saying? So more in tune, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, spiritually, mentally. So I just wanted to say that about fasting. Uh Fasting, it says, helps you sleep better. I can just speak for myself. I used to have a major I would say a real bad stuttering problem. And I would notice I would fast extra days if I was called to speak. I would fast extra days. The stress level would go down in my mind. My thinking was clear, and I was able to speak better. So I just want to say that that's from personal experience.
Now I want to ask you
So
this, brother. Now,
yes, sir.
when you say fasting, okay. Now, like I know that you're supposed to eat really every 24 hours. I do know that, and because I actually try to practice that myself. So,
Right.
all right. So, but when you say fast for like 2 or 3 days, that's literally like no eating at all for 2 or 3 days,
Water and coffee.
water or coffee.
Right. So that's what's say like one meal a day and one city a day. That's what we're allowed in between that meal. Water and coffee, according to the book. So now here's the thing: when it comes to one meal, is the concept is you're getting your nutrients that you would need to sustain you for the next day, for the next 24 hours in that meal. That is going to be a bigger meal than if you're eating 3 times a day each of those meals. So if you eat breakfast, that meal, so you're eating a pretty much a buffet style meal that's going to cover you until the next day. You see what I'm saying? So, for instance, let's say you eat at 4. Now, here's the thing: Honorable Elijah Muhammad truthfully told us that Our food should be chewed as in the paste. So you don't want to be eating too fast and you don't want to be swallowing your food whole. So you want to eat slow and eat it down. Okay. So it stops getting like ulcers and stuff. Okay. So that's one of the benefits. So you eat it. So you eat at 4 and you eat your buffet style meal of the goal should be based on the foods that, but even if you're just starting out, just to be honest with you, you
Yeah.
don't have to be you don't have to be perfect on eating just the best foods in that one meal. Now you can graduate to that, okay? But if that's easy for you to do, then do it. But the main thing is, as he says in the book, eating one meal a day with nothing in between. Now I can say for my brothers and I, we started on like pretty much eating anything in that one meal, just not meat. So we weren't eating of the best foods. I don't even think for the first 1 or 2 years we was even eating bean soup on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Still got and still receive benefits, extreme benefits, noticeable benefits. So I'm saying don't beat yourself up or criterion. Oh, I got excuses not to eat the one meal because I'm not ready to eat just lettuce and water. You feel me? So my thing is, you know, those eat the whatever you're starting out eating, eat it. I don't care, man. I look. You know what we used to do when we started on one meal a day? We used to go to me. This is before they had Beyond Meat and stuff like that. Now, isn't that the best for you? No, I'm not here to say that. I'm just giving you an idea how potent these teachings are, and if you just focus on the best way you can, and it's better to just eat the one meal. I don't care what you're eating. Of course, you don't want to eat pork, but eat the one meal with nothing in between. But I'm saying we would start off eating, we would go to McDonald's and we would just ask for the buns with the sauce in there, no meat. We bring the empty buns home with the McDonald's sauce, and we would cook the Morningstar burgers and put them in there. So, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that now, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, man, you know.
This is back when you first started. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of a cool exercise for those that's.
man, look. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I'm gonna give it again. Okay, my wife, she been doing it coming up on a year, one meal a day. Okay, so what I mean, you know, she eats what she desires, just in that one meal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect on everything I eat out of this book. In fact, she still eats meat, but she eats that one meal. And she has lost at least 15 pounds, which is a damn life changer because obesity is considered 15 pounds overweight. But I'm not saying she was obese before that, but I'm saying that's how much of a life changer it is. So you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
I still eat some things that I desire that's not in the book. You feel me? So my thing is, some of us just want to argue. Oh, this ain't in there, man. Just go eat one meal a day. I don't care what you eat. Eat it. Stick with it. Make it a regimen and make that your life like a bodybuilder would lift weights. Even if he's traveling out of town, whatever's going on, he finds the gym. So make that real. You will see extreme results. You should see results in 30 days. So to be honest with you, I'm giving you these aspects out of the book, the best foods, but he says in there, don't worry about the sense of all this good, the foods that are good for you to eat. The main thing is eat one meal a day, nothing in between. And he says this, you can eat anything in that one meal, still see results. That's what I want to say. Don't we get look, man. I don't care what you hooked on. If it's Burger King, but again, consistent with it. I'm gonna give an example because I believe you'll graduate and finally you'll say, I don't. Now I want to do better in what I'm eating. So I'm gonna prove that point. Uh, when I first became a vegetarian, I was still smoking weed. But it started, and then these teachings was hitting me, and then I started to realize, like, man, this don't make sense. I'm a vegetarian, but I'm still smoking weed. So Me by choice, I stopped smoking weed. Not nobody forcing me, but it started with being a vegetarian and being conscious of what I'm eating. So I'm here to say that because I know some of us that don't eat healthy, you will criticize somebody that's a vegan, but maybe they smoke weed. You ain't even took that first step. I'm here to say that I transition past that. So you can do that if you be consistent. But I'm saying I don't care what you eat. Only eat it at one meal. But here's
Yes,
I
sir.
want to focus on this. I want to focus on this real quick though. It says don't jump. Now, my wife was successful. Just start. It wasn't no 2 days. She didn't transition. My brother was successful. He didn't transition. Me and my middle brother, we transitioned. We went to 2 meals a day, and then we transitioned. Now it says that you shouldn't jump from 3 meals a day down to one. You know what I'm saying? If I was to put that out there, that's what you should do. I'm gonna just put it like that. Transition yourself down. Okay. So but I'm saying, some
A lot of
people,
that takes a whole lot of self-discipline too, though, brother.
brother, that all praise is due to Allah, and that's all it is, bro. That's where I sit. I'm saying to me, if you can make that happen, that 1 meal, bro, that you know what I'm saying. But I mean, if that it depends everybody's stage. If their stage is I can start with eating better foods first, then do that. Everybody, you know what I'm saying. Just like you go to the gym, you got different levels. So I'm not here to tell you what you should do. I'm just giving you. I can tell you what I did or what we did, and I can tell you what worked for us. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is you gotta have that discipline and don't play games. Not only that is here's me. Some people, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't spread it around. Other people spread my success around about how to eat to live. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure I wasn't bragging. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I want to make sure I wasn't condemning other people because they're eating different in front of me. I
Yeah.
never did that. Don't do that. You're gonna chase somebody away. I never did that with my wife, and it got her to do it. You feel me? It inspired her to do it.
Yes,
Watching
sir.
me. So I never did that. That's how that was successful. But again, all praise is due to Allah, and that's Allah in her. But all she seen was this. It wasn't me. She seen this. So what I want to say is don't go condemning nobody. We should never do that if we get a little bit of knowledge or we get a little bit of discipline. Don't go condemning nobody because it says born in sin and shaped in iniquity. We all came from this messed up. So once we get a different, you're gonna chase somebody away. So I don't ever condemn nobody that's eating different in front of me because you know what? Most people is eating different than me. I be condemning everybody.
Yeah.
I was sound like a jackass and wouldn't inspire nobody.
Yeah.
Bro, you never heard me condemning nobody in the mosque or outside.
Never.
Now, what did it do? It made you call me. Now, I
Huh?
bet you if I was, I said, and it inspired you to call me to invite me to come speak about it and give bear witness. Did it not?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
So I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
That's how we're supposed to be with everything. You don't. That's all you're doing is how you gonna condemn somebody, bro? When the first 20 years I ate like everybody else. That's where I'm also an added testimony because even though I've always stayed skinny, I used to eat like somebody that was probably 600 pounds, always eating. So I know how that is. Now it's changed, and finally, by keeping my mouth shut, then people around me recognizing that or family members, I never say that. If they would ask me questions, I'd give them tips and bits of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and then after years and years and years, and they see you not aging like the regular person, damn near 50, like we went to school with, like, man, okay, it must be, you know what I'm saying?
Like
It must be
something is
working for you.
working.
Man, come on, brother. And not only that, and you want to talk about the energy, they say we need meat the energy, you need eat the energy. Well, I just express, bruh, I got damn near energy all day. All day. And the more I talk about this truth, or the more it electrifies me, the more energy I got.
Yes, sir.
I want to say this. here's the thing for the followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I mean, it's everybody that's ever been registered or touched by these teachings, or you're inspired to be a follower. Is yes, this is a weighty mission. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get mocked. You're gonna get laughed at. All you got to do is study Minister Farrakhan's personal life, and you know this mission is not easy. And anybody that applied any of this, it's not easy. But guess what? He give us the diet to be able to hang around long enough it says the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it takes 75 years for a man to learn how to live. Well, we ain't making it to that. But these 2 books will help us stick around. And
Yes, sir.
not only physically and mentally and spiritually get you prepared and to deal with this world. Because it's some man, bro. You can just look on social media. You know how that, as it says, the devil in the beginning was a snake, now he's a dragon. He all over social media. That's a sign of that, bro. But look, he gave us 2 books, bro. Only book that he got part 2, 1 and 2 in their repetition. So obviously, you know, we shouldn't be dying and at early ages, and we should have extreme energy.
Yes,
You feel me?
sir.
So
Man,
I just want to.
y'all heard. We got our brother Mikhail, man. He dropping some straight jewels, man, straight science, man. And I love it, man. I'm loving every minute of it, man, because you hit us hard last time, and we supposed to have brother Arif on here, because I had him on before. You know, he was giving us the benefits of CMOS and elderberry and stuff like that. And for some reason, my live wasn't acting right, man. So, but I'm gonna try to get my brother on here again. You know what I mean? Because there's one thing that I can say, that America, when it comes to the black man and black woman in America, man, like 95% of us are unhealthy, man. We're overweight,
come on, brother.
You know what I mean?
On.
And everything that we put in our mouth, especially when it comes to this fast food. You know what I mean? So, matter of fact, I remember when I went to Savior's Day, that was, I think it was 2010, 2011, when when the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had made a statement. He said, and he was basically speaking to the women, you know what I mean, in a respectful manner. But he was saying we don't need to be with no lazy woman, you know what I mean, who don't want to be a doctor in their kitchen, you know what I mean, because the kitchen is supposed to be your hospital, you know what I mean.
That's right.
And then he was breaking it down like, when we get on, and this go for men too, though, you know what I mean. When we get lazy, and the first thing we want to do is go to a fast food joint and stuff like that, just to feed our babies, man. But we not knowing that literally that the hospitals here in the hills of North America, those are the most evil places for a black man and black woman to be in. Those are the most evil places, because they literally look at us as experiments. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
They literally look at us as experiments. So I would say, man, that not me saying, but what I learned in the Nation of Islam is that your wife is your doctor, and that kitchen is your hospital, man. You know what I mean? So, brother Mikhail, I would like to say, dear brother, man, we have reached an hour and 3 minutes now, man. You've been dropping.
Yes, sir.
You see, I just been letting you go. I just want to, I want to get it all, because this is for those who really take heed to this. If you really truly love your children, I'm gonna say to us grown-ups, they got children, they got family members that we love. If we truly love and want to stay around, then we would take heed to the teachings of those, you know what I mean? Like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, like our ancestor, Dr. Sebi, and other brothers, like the brother was saying, like any brother that's trying to be healthy, you know what I mean? Because we are the most unhealthy people. Like even when you look at you go on Facebook and you see these sisters that they got the the derriere, you know what I'm saying? But all this stuff is eating wrong. Like sisters are so caught up with having a big derriere that they literally going to get Brazilian butt lifts, what they call the BBLs.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Instead of going in there, instead of eating right, because natural, especially when it comes to our beautiful black sisters, you're like,
that's right.
y'all naturally got the courage. Y'all naturally got that. Only thing y'all gotta
Come
do
on.
is, work out, eat right, you know what I mean,
Come
and
on.
do your fasting. We don't have to, you
That's
know what I mean?
right.
Y'all don't have to do what the Caucasians is basically trying to make seem seem like it's the thing to do. You know what I mean? As far as
That's right.
Brazilian butt lifts, my understanding, they take the fat out your stomach and put it in your rump. You know what I mean? Like that
That's
stuff
right.
is literally, and I don't know if y'all see a lot of the, if you go to YouTube and look up BBL fails, meaning that they showing how these women is getting that stuff sucked out their stomach, put in their derriere, and you know, and then like they go back to the hospital, they getting all type of medical conditions, and I mean all type of shit, silly shit that we don't have to do. You know what I mean? We are the best people on the planet. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So
That's
only
right.
thing we have to do is like I said, go by. Definitely, I'm gonna tell everybody that's on this live, man. For one, go and look at get that book, How to Eat to Live, Volume 1 and 2, and read it
That's
from
right.
cover to cover. You know what I mean?
That's
It
right.
will change
That's
your
right.
life. This brother here is going, you said going on 47, or you are 47?
Yeah, I'll be 47 next month.
But wow, praise be to Allah. And look at
Yes,
my
sir.
brother. He looked younger. Now I know we don't went. You know what I'm saying, I'm 40. I'm gonna be 45 in February. Now
Yes, sir.
I done been to school. I done seen some of old schoolmates and shit.
Come on. Come on.
That be younger than me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about these dudes got the whole pot belly thing going on. Like, you
That's right.
know, and some of my homeboys call that a player's gut. That no, nigga, you dying. You dying, man. You know what I mean? And then I also be looking like far as I was seeing the thing on TikTok when they was actually in the black man's colon. You know what I mean? Like they showed the parasites and they're moving around, but that come from
Wow.
that come from barbecuing and eating pork chops and you know. And then our brothers and sisters, I don't know what this fad is, but everybody want to eat lobster and crab and shrimp and like I know y'all done seen them having them crab broils, and like it's a big thing now. It's a fad now. You know what I mean?
Come on.
But
Come on.
but bottom line, man. For one, definitely go get How to Eat to Live, Volume 1 and 2 by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Go to YouTube, check out our dear brother, Dr. Sebi, who was inspired by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, it's another one too. Matter of fact, if you just go to YouTube, just hit up How to Eat to Live, you're gonna get so many brothers that got speeches on there. You know what I mean? So many,
Right.
man.
Right.
But I would like to say, dear brother, man, I appreciate you blessing my channel again, man. Giving me your time,
Yes, sir.
man, and
Yes,
coming
sir.
on, man, dropping this science, man. I mean,
Yes, sir.
a man can't ask for, I can't ask for too much. You know what I mean? Ask for much more than this, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because
Yes,
you
sir.
literally, by your words, only for those who take heed. You know what I mean? By your words and by the grace of Allah and what you are reading and what you're reading from, you can save a lot of lives, man. You know what I mean? So
That's
for
that's
that, dear brother, I would say praise be to Allah to you, for you, dear brother. You know what I mean? For what you're
yes,
doing,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Is
I
it
appreciate
anything
it.
you want to lead the people with, for us, if they want to contact you, get
Yes,
at
sir.
you?
Yes, sir. Okay, so the other thing, real quick, is you mentioned go on YouTube, How to Eat to Live. So look up the Hereafter TV. So those are my brothers that probably back in 2003 put a video, or 2005 put a video up of the benefits that they've also received. The brothers I'm talking about. My oldest brother lost like over 80 pounds. So go on the Hereafter TV on YouTube and type in How to Eat to Live, the Hereafter TV. Okay. And then also, like I said, you can get your own books of How to Eat to Live from storefinalcall.com. And then you can check out my TikTok at the Fountain of Youth Live. So I'm gonna say that again, at the Fountain of Youth Live. So yeah, I just yep, I just leave it with that, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, dear
Yes,
brother,
sir. Yes,
man.
sir. Yes,
Like
sir.
I said, once again, man, I thank you for giving me your time, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
uh, uh, and for those who don't know, like I said last time, this brother here is the godfather of my third oldest son,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Khalil Abdullah Shabazz. You know what I mean?
Me, yes,
So
sir. I was talking to my brother about you and yeah, and that too. Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. So and so I look at it that if something was to happen to me today, and he's looking for a father figure to give him that knowledge of self, I think I did a good job on who I chose, man.
All praise is due to Allah. Appreciate
All
that, brother.
praise due to
Yes, sir.
Allah. Well, anyway,
Yes,
man,
sir.
this is your man Al Jihad the God, man. Please like, share, subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell. I've been getting shadow banned here lately, man. Like a lot of people that's been supporting the channel been saying that my lives don't pop across their screen. So I've been getting shadow banned, man. So if you got a Facebook channel, man, share this on Facebook, man. Help out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we all got people that need to hear this. You know what I mean? So like this, share it. Like I said, hit that notification bell, man. And this is your man, like I said, this is your brother Al Jihad the God, Black Power, Crip Life. Those who know me know this, man. Like I always say right now, I am not a gangbanger. I am a revolutionary, man. I love
Yes,
my
sir.
people. Brother
Yes, sir.
Mikhail, assalamu alaikum, dear brother.
Like him salam. Yes, sir.